Hi everyone, my name is Cassie and welcome to my channel, Bookish 4 Eyes. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite bookstores in my area. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and there's a bunch of different bookstores that are around the boroughs here. So if you're planning a trip here sometime soon or you live around here, maybe you'll find some bookstores that interest you and will make you want to go there. So let's get right to it. The very first bookstore that I'm going to talk about is called Astoria Bookstore, and it's located in Astoria, Queens. That's a little bookshop that I've been to a couple of times. They have a pretty good book selection and they have lots of little knickknacks. Overall, it's a good bookstore, and I don't really go to Queens that often, but if I do go there, I always make sure to stop into that bookstore. It's pretty small, but they have nice books there, and I mean, they can order books in if you really want to support your local indie bookstore, so it's a good one to go to. Moving on to Manhattan, there's two bookstores that I'm going to recommend there. The first one is called Book Culture. They have two locations in Manhattan. The first one is up by Columbia in Morningside Heights, and the second location is on Upper West Side. That's close to Museum of Natural History. Both of those are really nice bookshops, and I really like going there. Whenever I go in there, I'm always tempted to buy a bunch of books because they have lots of interesting book releases there, and they have nice setups for different themes and different books to choose from. And it's nice that they have two locations, so there's a better chance that you'll come across their books. And actually, they might have more than these two locations, but these are just the two that I've been to before. They also have a lot of tote bags, notebooks, things like that. All of this kind of stuff that I like to browse whenever I go into a bookstore and just spend like hours there, because everything is just really cool and really neat, and lots of cute little things that I always want to get and then have them all over my apartment. The next bookstore you're probably familiar with, you've probably heard of it before. It's called Strand Books, and this one is located right by Union Square. That's a massive bookstore. I think that's like the biggest bookstore that I'm gonna mention. It has 3 levels. It's always pretty packed because it's such a big and popular bookstore, but definitely go there if you get the chance. Like I said, there's 3 levels. When you first come in, there's like the main area, and there's lots of just fiction books, all the popular ones, and then also if you go downstairs, there is like specific titles, lots of nonfiction. You can also go upstairs, there's more stuff there. It's just a massive bookshop, and it's filled with a lot of great souvenirs. If you're looking for like New York City souvenirs, like magnets, and they have lots of tote bags. You see a lot of people around here with like the Strand store tote bags. They get them there, and different keychains, little things like that. So it's definitely a great store to go if you're looking for just little gifts for people. I usually go there to get stuff for my friends for their birthdays and Christmases and things. So it's definitely a great store to go to, and they have a whole lot of books. Like, they for sure will have the book that you're looking for. And also outside, you can browse. They're like dollar book racks where it's just a bunch of books, and they're all for like $1. So it's a great place if you have lots of time and you just want to browse these random books that they have on sale. Now moving on to Brooklyn, there's 2 bookstores that I like to go to. My favorite independent bookstore is called Greenlight Bookstore. There are 2 locations. The one that I frequent is the one in Fort Greene because it's pretty close to where I live. So I've been there a bunch of times, and I always get something whenever I go there. But it's a really cute bookstore. They have a lot of events with authors coming in and doing book signings and things like that. So it's a really neat experience if you manage to go there whenever there's something fun going on, and you can get your book signed and things like that. But they also have great book selection. It's not a massive bookstore, it's pretty small, but there's lots of nice things. There's really cute cards. I got my Christmas cards that were Brooklyn themed last year that I sent people, and they were really nice. And they also have like little notebooks and bookmarks, things like that. It's just a very nice little bookshop that I really enjoy going to. Finally, the last one is called Books Are Magic. And I don't know if you've maybe come across it somewhere on social media, because they definitely have a very big social media presence. This bookshop is in Cobble Hill, and it's actually owned by Emma Straub. She wrote Modern Lovers and The Vacationers. I don't like her books, whoops, but I do like the bookshop. It's pretty cute, and it's very Instagram worthy if you like to take pictures of bookshops that you go to. So that's a good place to go. It's very bright, very open. There's lots of books. Employees choose the books that they recommend and things like that. Then they also have a lot of different souvenirs like shirts and bags, and it's just a nice little bookshop to go to if you're in that area or if you're just making a trip out there. And finally, I guess an honorable mention would have to be Barnes & Noble, because in spite of there being so many indie bookshops, I still can't help but go to Barnes & Noble every once in a while, because there are a lot of locations around and they're massive, and you know they're gonna have whatever book you're looking for and more, and you can just browse in there for hours. And also, tourist tip, if you ever need to use the bathroom, Barnes & Noble is the place to go. So there you have it. These are the bookstores that I like to go to. Please let me know what's your favorite bookstore, where do you get all your books, and also please let me know if you've been to any of these bookstores before and whether you like them or not. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.